Welcome to Stage 8 of the Tour de France. Coming up to the only intermediate sprint of the stage, and Jamaldin Abdul-Japarov will take the points, so he will extend his lead in the green jersey. That is emerging as a big storyline in this tour, is that Abdul-Japarov looking a real challenger to Andre Dargat and Mario Cipollini to win that green jersey long term. I'm sure Zulu Kingdom and their manager must be very pleased with how Abdu has been sprinting. Chance for a second stage win today. We're heading to Pau, which is the gateway to the Pyrenees this year. The Tour de France has both finished and started in this town many times before. Certainly one of the landmarks along the route. Here is the general classification. Following stage 7, Julien Alaphilippe broke that great time trial to reclaim the race lead. Bjorn Rees in second place at 14 seconds, definitely in the driver's seat, and Tommy Prem in third for Blackberry. Blackberry, they have 4 of the top 10 riders overall, so no shortage of options in the mountain stages. And the big mountains arriving tomorrow, huge stage from Pau to Bagnères de Luchon, taking in 5 major climbs, then a rapid descent into the town of Luchon. So we'll see how aggressive the climbers choose to be. If fireworks start early, it could be one of those great epic stages of the tour, or perhaps we might get a bit of a standoff before the Col de Parasol. Meanwhile, La Viclaire on this stage, really driving the pace, just under 30 kilometers to go, and it looks like a split is starting to form in the peloton. So the pacemaking by Zulu, La Viclaire, and Bianchi, putting the back of the peloton under pressure. See the yellow jersey and the green jersey, both very close to the front of the pack. And big Jerry Kniedemann setting a fearsome tempo. Kniedemann, the winner of Paris-Roubaix, not the most prolific of the second round draft choices, but the 700 points he scored in that race, definitely looming large in this late portion of the season. But this is a split that's formed. It looks like Adidas have missed out. They're on their way back. There's Knut Knudsen, the winner of yesterday's time trial. The Norwegian had scored no points this season, really had been entirely invisible in just about all the races, and then he goes out and wins the long time trial of the Tour de France. And that by itself might just justify the draft choice for Spencer, the manager of Bianchi Campagnolo. 18 Ks to go, so you catch up with Mario Cipollini. No longer wearing the green jersey, he doesn't lead that competition anymore. He could retake the lead by winning this stage today, but with the big mountains on the horizon, I wonder how many more stages Mario Cipollini will still be in the Tour de France. But we'll have to wait and see. Because Mario Cipollini, practically allergic to mountains, really detests the idea of dragging his big body up and over those big mountain passes. But he's at home on the flat roads from Agen to Pau. Looks like his team are messing around him as well. Count 4 Ceramicos riders very close to the front. Zulu is starting to get organized. There's Abdul-Japarov at the back of the Zulu riders. Andre Dargat right next to him. And to Dargat's right, the yellow jersey, Julien Alaphilippe. So the sprinters gearing up. Looks like even Erzfoiler and Fiat getting up amongst the action. 7 Ks to go, Zulu in control. La Viclaire have their train organized with Andre Dargat. Mario Cipollini looks like he has one teammate as well. And now Zulu starting to launch, 5 kilometers to go. slows down a bit. There we go. The final train is forming with Torhuzhov, Eddie Plonkart, and Jamaldine Abdujaparov. That is a very fast trio. Plonkart starts to wind it up. Mario Cipollini is on the wheel of Abdujaparov. Actually, that's Jan Kursipu. But here comes Dargod's train on the right-hand side. He's got Cyril Guimard with him, but the final lead-up by Torhuzhov and Abdu in perfect position. It's Andrei Dargod and Abdujaparov once again. And Abdujaparov will take it, his second stage win of the Tour de France. Back-to-back wins in the sprint stages. An absolutely perfect lead-up by Torhuzhov. And Zulu Kingdom, who had gone so long without winning, have now won twice in the last 3 stages. A textbook sprint train by the Zulu Kingdom squad, and the Tashkent Terror with another victory in the sprint. And that's exactly how you do it. Torhuzhov let him out as far as he could, and Abdu just shoots out of his wheel in the last 500 meters and barely gets past Dargod on the line. Andrei Dargod has a multitude of second places in the Tour de France, but no stage wins quite yet. So Jamaldine Abdujaparov winning the stage, extending his lead in the green jersey competition. Andrei Dargod once again in second place. Jan Kursipu of Adidas third. Torhuzhov of Zulu Kingdom, a well-deserved 4th place after his lead-out. And Mario Cipollini of Ceramicas, once again not doing very well in the sprint, just 5th place. And no splits in the field, so they'll all get the same time. And no major changes overall. So we'll go into the mountain stages with Julian Alaphilippe as the yellow jersey, but plenty of strong riders behind him, looking to usurp the lead off the Frenchman. Gert-Jan Tunisse still the leader in the Montagne Rouge. And Jamaldine Abdujaparov building up quite a lead in the points classification. He's now got 60 points over Andrei Dargod and Mario Cipollini. Not really a long-term threat, as we've discussed already. No points on offer for the King of the Mountains today, so George Hincapie still leads that competition as well. Bianchi leading in the team classification, but I think this will get some major changes after tomorrow's stage. So we'll be into the Pyrenees tomorrow. The big mountains have finally arrived. We'll see you then.